Why did you call it Fleurs Place?
I never did. It's never got a name on it. The locals kept saying, when will Fleurs Place be finished?
How long have you been closed for?
2 years or something.
Yeah?
3 years maybe. I put some lights on and just come through. That's where all the work was done. And every plate that came out of the kitchen, the kids would, they would just slowly go past me like that so that I could see, and then go up the stairs so that it passed muster.
Is that bull kelp?
Yes, and bull kelp is one of my favourite things. And I use it for cooking. You split it, and it's all like a sponge inside, and you put your hand in there, and I push the fish in there, and I get the harakeke and plait it, and tie it up, and cook it, and it's just absolutely beautiful.
Well, you've always been a forager, haven't you?
Yes, I had that instinct in me always. Regional food, because I grew up with that, and it makes sense. I just so loved everything about Clyde. It was amazing, in the history and the goldfields and
it was your
village.
world, wasn't it?
It was, yes. People started to tick on the airline. We had to say whether you were visiting relations or what you're coming for work or whatever to New Zealand. They started to put, they were coming to eat Oliver's restaurants, rabbit, venison and pickled walnut pie. I slowly realised that if I wanted to give myself a chance, I should not be in Oliver's restaurant. Have you caught any fish?
Some cockabillies.
I knew I had to get to the ocean and walk in the water every day. And then this was the ocean that I wanted to get to, Moeraki. I was interested in everything. I was harvesting my own mussels off the rocks carefully, the little blue ones.
Were you doing an apprenticeship, really, in marine food?
Yes.
Is that what you were doing?
Yes, I was. I thought, OK, I'll get a little caravan and I'll make fish soup and sell it from my fish stock, which I did. My son found the caravan. He said, what are you doing to yourself down there? Sitting down there on a patch of gravel trying to sell fish chowder. It tasted so good. So there was a little shed there and a container. I'd seen it was for sale written on it, and I thought, don't even look at it. Don't even think about it. I didn't want to tell myself I would build a restaurant, but I knew I was.
Was setting this up here easy bureaucratically?
It was at the start, because nobody thought that I would be able to do it. So then they had to rush down and see what the hell they'd let me do.
But you've always complied.
Oh, absolutely. It's ticked every box that what was meant to be ticked. And they found a lot that nobody else knew about and made some little boxes that had to be ticked. I presumed that the guys with their own quota would sell me fish, but no one would break the chain for me to be able to buy the fish off them. I had a friend, charter guy, and he came to me and he said, I will take you where you can buy some quota. And I got my blue cod quota. That meant I had fish brought to my back door off a boat, still wriggling. This is my stainless steel fillet table. It's perfect for the job, and I got it many, many years ago from the Clyde Morgue. Like, sometimes there would be people sitting at the table, holding their knife and fork, waiting on this beautiful blue cod that was going to arrive, and I'd say to them, well, that boat coming round the corner has got your fish on it. You'll just have to wait a minute. Customers from overseas, they say to you, we thought we'd find these little places all over in New Zealand. It's all coastline, really. But no, you can't do it. Bloody brilliant Josh Emmett, Roger Hall.
So people were encouraged to write?
Well, no, they weren't. They just did. Ralph Hotary, he would just say, I can smell the power. We would be prepared to do 230 people easily. Rick Stein came, he had a trip to New Zealand and he wanted to come here, which was really nice. But I had never heard of Rick Stein. And the agent said to me, oh, he's really famous. I said, well, could you send me something about him, please? The day the whale came in here was the first day that the restaurant was absolutely full with people. I went and told all the customers to come outside, and they were all along here watching this whale. I've never been an exhibitionist, and I have never, ever would I have dreamt that I would want to take all my clothes off and walk in the water. I sort of had to go, no.
You're Irish.
Yes. I feel I was brought up to be kind and nice and pretty and popular. Well, I want to cry. This was my granddad's house and my grandma and my great aunts, uncles. This is where I connected to food from the land and food from the region. Yeah, we had fish, we had eels, we had lamb, beef, and ducks in the season, goose. There were no supermarkets.
You're in good nick for 84. Do you think it's got something to do with diet?
It must have. Because I feel exactly the same as if I was 19, really. Right here was the hen house where we could pinch the eggs, get the lobsters, and then we could boil them in the same billy, put the eggs in after, and have a feast.
You've just kept on cooking the food of your childhood, eh?
Yeah. The food of the region, watercress. And so when you go to a different region, you've got different food. Wow. Boy, I'd love to get some.
COVID broke the restaurant.
Yes. In the smaller areas, I think there was a lot of very vocal anti-vaxxers. And I feel nervous even talking about it now because it has been part of the pain of closing. Everybody had to be vaccinated in this hospitality industry.
And your staff weren't vaccinated by and large?
By and large, no.
Well,
we could have afforded a couple of fines till we regrouped, but you couldn't do that to your customers.
No.
When the night came when I had to close, I knew my most valuable thing was my quota, which would be the quickest way that I could get money to pay all the staff. I might as well had my right arm cut off, because that was why I was here. I'm at peace with not opening now, and it's taken a long time. I've never done it for any other reason than the enjoyment of it and doing it well. When you put together this little restaurant and the joy of having those people provide this product to us, the fish, the titi, the eggs, the vegetables from Joe's up the road, just all of those things that create so much joy.
So just tell me, are you going to sell it?
I am going to sell it.
Yeah.
I've grieved, but I am prepared to let this go for a new life for it.